And so I'm just going to make this video because I feel like I'm finally in the right state of mind to make it. So I mentioned in a previous video that I had been into a car accident in April. It was the very beginning of April. It was April 3rd. And I had gotten my license like maybe 5 days before this, so it was a typical car crash. It sucked. We're moving on. We're just going to get straight into the video. And we're still not completely over this damn car crash with my insurance. Like, it's getting crazy. My insurance rate didn't go up, thank God. Like, I am on my mother's plan. I pay for my insurance, but we're just like, you can either get your own plan or you can do a family plan, and doing the family plan is just a lot cheaper than doing my own. If I did my own, it'd be like $280, and right now it's $180, so it's a little better. So me and my mom just split it with her car and my car because she got a brand new car too. So hers is about $180 just because it's a 2015. And so it was in her car that I had the accident. She had maybe had it for like a little over a week, and I crashed it. And she was without a car for like a week, and I let her use my car. Like, I felt so terrible. So I just thought I should do a little bit of a background. So it was a Sunday morning. It was very quiet. It was like maybe 11 a.m. Me and my daughter were just going up to Route 21 to return a couple items and get money back, which I did that day. The good thing is that I got about $80 back. It was clothes that didn't fit, or I didn't like how they were, or they were ripped, or, you know, things you find after you purchase. So I returned the clothes and I got my money back, and I just wasn't happy with them, so I had to return them. And so as I was leaving the parking lot, there were a bunch of different exits, and from now on, I will always go to the exit that has the light cycle. I was found at fault for this accident. Do I think it was my fault? No. But does anyone ever think it's their fault when they get into an accident? But, so I was exiting out of the exit that does not have a traffic light, and this road is pretty busy. Like, this is one of the roads that gets you like everywhere you need to go. Like, we have a major mall, so this road can get you to the mall, which was the way I was gonna go. Because you can either take the highway, which is really busy, and you go like 80 miles an hour, and I was not about to do that. Like, I can get to my boyfriend's using the highway, but no. And it's like 16 minutes if I use the highway. No, I go down the main street that like I'm right off of, and I literally go like 30 minutes on a street just straight because I avoid the highway at all costs. Like, I will not go on the highway. So anyways, it's not that I haven't been before, but you guys get it. So I was trying to go to my local mall, and I had to do a U-turn. So like, there's a turning lane. And that was all the way across 3 other lanes. So I have 2 lanes of traffic that stop for me to go in. And so I pass those 2 lanes. I'm about to hit the 3rd lane. And as I'm going into the 3rd lane, like, I'm halfway in, I should say almost all the way in, because I was hit on my left driver's side, or left, yeah, I think it's, okay, so this is a car. You got the drivers, yeah, it was the left driver's side of the car, and, sorry, I just need to, like, put that in perspective for myself to make sure, but yeah, it was the left driver's side. Maddie was in the middle, thank God, so she was not injured at all. And I had whiplash, and that whiplash caused this little bone at like the back of my neck, which I'm still dealing with now. Like, it still hurts. And I went to a chiropractor, but I will never go to that one again. Like, the very first question they asked was, "Who's your lawyer?" That was the first red flag for that place. And then as I go in with the session, you hear everyone else's like crap going on. You hear like crack, crack, crack everywhere, and like you kept hearing like boom, boom, and I don't know, I just like my sound effects, but no, I did not like this place, so I stopped going. I went one time and I never went back, but I got a little machine out of it. I'll like show you guys later, but that's not the point. So as I'm entering the 3rd lane, this couple hits me, rear ends me. And it was my fault because they did have a green light. But at the same time, like, if 2 lanes of traffic stop about 500 feet from that fucking green light, you'd think you would know. Okay, mind you, I have a truck in front of me, so I can't really see this couple. And, like, they're not even paying attention. They're talking or whatever, and they just hit me. So then, as we do that, I spin over a median 3 times. And if you don't know what a median is, it's like this piece of concrete in the middle of the road separating people going this way and people going that way. So it's just a separation of, like, the different directions on the road. So I get spun over the median in the concrete 3 times, and then I immediately, like, put my car in park, and I stop, and I get out of the car, and I check on Maddie, like, right away. That's my very first concern. I wasn't worried about myself. I wasn't worried about going over to see the couple or whatever. I was worried about my daughter. Like, I don't know what I would have done if she was hurt. So I was like, whatever, we're fine. Everything's good. So then I see the couple pull over and, you know, park on a side street. So I get into the car, and this time people all let me in because they see I was obviously in a crash and trying to get out. So I get into the next lane, and I had to wait so that I could, you know, get into that road. So once I get into the side road, I put my car in park, and then I take the keys out and whatever. Get Maddie out of the car, and we meet the people. And, like, I'm sitting here, like, freaking out. Like, I was like, I didn't know what to do. It was my first accident. I've never been in an accident with other people. So I didn't know the process. I didn't know what to do. Like, obviously I knew to call 911. And that's what we did. And the couple called 911. And then as they were doing that, I called Geico, which is my insurance. And I was just sitting there, like, freaked out the whole time. And so they called the cops there, and then the cops talked to us and whatever, and, like, they asked me what happened, and the only thing I could think of was I heard a crash, or I heard a big loud honk, and then I heard a crash, and here we are. And that's all I could tell them. Like, I was in shock. I had a screaming, crying baby that was kicking me, and I was on the phone with the insurance company, and on top of all that, I was freaked out. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whose fault it was. I was still in that mental state where I was completely shocked. And so I was still on the phone with the insurance company, and he told me to hang up with the insurance company, which, ladies and gentlemen, never hang up with the fucking insurance company, okay? I don't care who asked you. I don't care if the fucking president of the United States asked you. You don't do it. Because if I did, the insurance company would have had everything recorded, and there wouldn't be any questioning about it. Because these people, oh my god, these cops are so unprofessional. First off, they hand wrote everything because their printer wasn't working and their computer wasn't working. So I was just like, that already pissed me off. And, like, I know maybe it's not their fault, but first off, I don't want fucking handwritten shit about, like, these people, insurance company and whatever. I want it written on the computer where I can read it, because first off, these people were, like, very messy handwriting. Okay, we're talking about, like, 30 to 40-year-old guys with, like, chicken scratch. How am I supposed to read that? And they put, like, the claim number and everything on there, and, like, I could barely read it. I didn't know if the zeros were 8s and if the 1s were 7s. Like, it was just very bad handwriting. So I looked at it, and I was like, you're kidding, right? And then he's like, no, what do you mean? And I was like, I can't read this. And he's like, oh, okay, let me rewrite it. And then I was like, okay. So then they go off and talk to the other couple, and these people must have been into an accident like 5 times, because they were completely calm. They were like, yes, officer, and, like, answering every single fucking question he asked with, like, ease. And I was just, like, sitting there, and I'm like, dear Lord, what did I do wrong? I don't feel like it was my fault. Like, what am I doing? And so next time a cop asks me what happened, I am not going to sit there and tell him. I'm going to tell him, give me 5 seconds. Like, I need to realize what just happened myself. So, I don't know. was very traumatic, and after all that stuff happened, I was found at fault because I couldn't tell my side of the story because I was in shock and I didn't know what to do. So by the time I was able to say my story, he was already coming to me with the ticket written. And so I got a $168 fine for careless driving, and I was very upset and I was shaking and I was like, oh my god. And with my insurance company and the state that I live in, if you get a ticket, you're automatically at fault. And normally it's like if you get rear-ended, you're not at fault. But because I was ticketed, I was automatically at fault. I didn't hit anyone. I mean, yeah, it was my fault that I turned into their lane, but it was also their fault they weren't paying attention. So, I don't know. I don't know. But whatever. It happened. It was in the past now. I had to go through all this stuff with my insurance company and like saying my claims and whatever, and like what happened, and explaining it all on the phone. And I mean, it was very traumatic, very serious, and I did not like it at all, and I promise to God I will never get into another accident. It's probably a lie, I probably will, but that's besides the point right now. So anyways, if you guys want more story times, please like this. If we get to 30 likes, I will make another video on a story time, and I don't know what story time yet. So if you have any ideas, leave those in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and welcome to our family here. And yeah, thank you all for joining. I do have a couple videos planned of coming up, so don't forget to watch out for those. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Bye, guys.